Hello, it's class number 4. We're looking at adverbs and adverbials. And we're starting today outside because it's good weather. I'm even dressed for it. Actually all in stripes today, which, well, clearly I must be a zebra. Actually, I think the fashion police are going to come and get me because it looks terrible. Right, let's look at the very basics of the differences between adjectives and adverbs first. The adjective quick describes a dog. The adverb quickly describes how it runs. Many adverbs end in ly. Some adjectives end in ly, however. Friendly, elderly, lively, so full of energy, energetic. And some adverbs do not end in ly. The dog runs fast. When he's been working, but he's been working. That makes no sense. Where could you put the words hard, hardly, and some days, possibly in a different order, into that sentence? Pause it if you want and think about it. And you're going to hear me say the answer in just a moment. This is my little wooden house. I've been living here for over a year, and now the man is sorting out the land around the house. So he's raised the level of land, he's flattening it, and he's doing the driveway. This will all be flattened properly later on. He's also going to straighten up my heat pump, which is not horizontal at the moment, and he's doing the paving around the house and the patio. It's a lot of hard work. Obviously, as a builder, he's sometimes here, sometimes not here. So when he's been working hard, but some days he's hardly been working. That was the sentence. So let's analyse that. Hard can be an adjective, the wood is hard, but it can also be an adverb to describe how he's been working. Hardly translates into German as kaum, so not very much. We'll talk about the positions of these words and about some days later on. But first I'd like you to pause the video and do exercise 1, please. The adverb for lively has to be in a lively way, in a lively fashion, in a lively manner. The same with friendly, elderly, etc. Adjectives from past participles can sometimes form an adverb with ly, unexpectedly, for instance, but amazedly, that's not a word. They are all correct grammatically, but they have different meanings. A, short, refers to the length of his hair. B and C, shortly, refers to time. In a few minutes, for instance. If you think highly of a person, or in this case a helicopter, it means that you have good thoughts about that person or the helicopter. Yes, they're all correct. And they're also perfect examples of the 3 positions that adverbs can be found in. Not all adverbs can be found in every position though. A, slowly is the very first word, that is front position. B, mid position between the subject and the verb. C, end position. Even though we could say she opened letters slowly on the bus, it's still at the end. Here we have 3 correct examples of the adverb often in the mid position. B, I often go, is the same as the last example and the same as most verbs. A is what happens with the verb to be. Often the adverb, in this case, comes after the verb to be. And the same C with modal verbs. Can, so I can often. That's normal. Front and end position are the most common places for adverbs of time. B would be possible if we had a lot more. So I went yesterday to the supermarket that's just reopened after it had been on fire and blah 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 blah. In this example we had hard in end position, hardly in mid position, and some days, a time adverbial, in front position. Not the start of the sentence, but the start of the clause. Front position. Clearly. He pronounced the word clearly, clearly. That's an adverb for how he pronounced the word. Clearly, he was able to pronounce the word clearly. The clearly in front position there has a different meaning. It means obviously. This relates to the whole sentence. It's a comment adverb or a sentence adverb. And the third one is just for a laugh. Please do exercise 2. Let's go through the answers. Cowardly is an adjective like friendly, etc. Sentence adverb. More than one adverb in a row. We've got 3 here. In German you have time, manner, place. So when, how, where. In English the order is different, as you can see. I can't believe I wore double stripes today just to make this joke. It's not even a good joke. Hopefully you understand what clearly means here. The whole area of adverbs and adverbials is quite complicated. There are a lot of little details. Today we've only scratched the surface. We've looked at the bare minimum. So in your grammar book, you'll need to find out more for yourself. Obviously you can look up adverbs and then the different positions, front, mid and end positions. Now most adverbs answer a question, such as when or how or where. That's their purpose. So find out more about adverbs of time, manner and place. Also comment adverbs, sentence adverbs, etc. Now I won't ask you anything about comparatives and superlatives of adjectives and of adverbs, so more carefully, etc. But if you have the time, I recommend that you look at that as well. So those are some of the basics of adverbs and adverbials with their meaning and position in a sentence. And in the next class, we're going to focus on nouns and verbs to an extent. See you then.